Foster Realty, podcast number 1. We're very excited to be bringing this to you. We've been talking about this for a long time. We are at our West Palm Beach location, and with me today is the infamous Bobby Mahallati. What's going on, sir?
Hello, Daniel. Infamous.
Oh, man, good to have you
Infamous.
here. The broker, the owner, the architect, the designer, the visionary. He has many names.
Architect.
Many names, but we call him Bobby Mahallati. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. This is a great day to start the podcast, and for many reasons. And I'm excited. This is we have a lot of things stored up in my dome, ready to just spit out to the world. And everything that's going on, I can't think of a better day to start the podcast than today.
Awesome, man. Really great to have you, and we're super excited. This podcast will be put on all of our social media channels. It'll be on our Facebook, on our YouTube, and very soon it will be downloadable on the podcast option for the App Store for both Google Play and the iOS for your iPhones. So let's just jump right into it, Bobby. What do you want to tell the people out there? What is going on? What exciting news do we have about London Foster Realty?
Okay, first things first. You can't escape the elephant in the room, and that is today is March 12th. Today will go down in history. And why is that? Because of two things. One, I'm going to say the stock market. And I'm going to say that first because a lot of people say, oh, you should talk about the coronavirus. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I think that people are going to forget about the coronavirus 10 years from now.
It's going to come and go, huh? Just like all the other viruses that we've had.
Exactly. I bet you right now, whoever's listening cannot think of two of the past viruses that came and gone in the past 10 years.
I mean, I don't know if it was 10 years, but I'm thinking West Nile. I'm thinking of Zika.
Okay, yeah, because I think I remember talking to you about that the other day. But, yeah.
I'll tell you what's not going to go anywhere, and that's South Florida real estate.
No, as a matter of fact, this is one of the reasons why I think that today's a great day to start the podcast, because no matter what, they always say that real estate is a tangible asset. Mm-hmm. It's an asset that you can actually have and see, as opposed to a stock that you have no ownership except a piece of paper that says you own it. You have pretty much no right to say anything or do anything. A piece of property, it's yours. You have a right to do whatever you want. So you could spend $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 and put it into the market, or you could take $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $1 million and put it in to real estate, and you're the boss of that piece of property, of your little piece of paradise. So that's one of the biggest things and opportunities that I think are happening now. Because of everything that's happening, people already saw that it was an inflated market. So now, with everything that's going on, I think somebody was telling me this today, that they were just looking for a reason to dump their stocks, pretty much, because everyone was saying that the stock market was overinflated. So that being the reason why today marks a great day to start the podcast talking about real estate, because everyone is taking their money out of the market, out of the stock market, and they're going to want to put it in real estate. They're going to want to put it in real estate-based stocks. They're going to want to put it in buying their own pieces of property. They're going to want to put it in funds that are backed by real estate. So what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts as a marketer, the people who don't know, I'm Daniel. I do the marketing here with London Foster. My thoughts.
He's our marketing director, by the way. Amazing marketer.
I'm seeing, a lot of people maybe confused, a lot of people scared, and I'm seeing the Fed cut interest rates again. And being new into the real estate game, I was actually going to ask you, these slight percentages that we're seeing drop off, like these 0.5%, these 1%. What in the long run does that really do for a potential investor or real estate purchaser whenever the Fed drops these interest rates? Does that 0.5% really change that much? Does that 1% really affect?
It does, actually. They that 0.5%, they call it 500 basis points. That makes a big difference. They break it down into basis points because every little percentage or percentage of a percentage matters. So instead of saying like an eighth of a percent, they'll say, like 200 basis points or whatever that equals. My math might not be correct,
No, right, sure.
but that makes a big deal because there's a lot of people that are nobody really thinks about the small guys, but the big guys in real estate, the big transactions. I actually lost a deal one time because I came in about 25.25% less. I'm sorry, higher than my competition on a commercial deal that was valued around $15 million. So I was going to do a loan for about $15 million for a friend of mine in New York. And he actually came in and I gave him a couple of quotes. Actually, I got a couple of quotes myself. I gave him the best one that I put together. I spent a lot of time on that. My interest rate came in 25 bips higher, or 250 basis points higher than the competitor, which the competitor was a bank. Now, the competitor may have even lost money on this, but when you factor that and compare that to a $15 million loan, you're talking about upwards of, saving $10,000 a month. So on the bigger transaction, it makes a difference. On the smaller transactions, not so much. But at the same time, it also signifies where the market's going. So it signifies if the market is going, what the Feds are doing. So a lot of people speculate what the Feds are doing. Are they going to keep interest rates the same? Are they going to increase the interest rates? Or are they going to lower the interest rates? If the interest rates go down, of course, it's better. And people do save, especially on higher end loans. But it also gives you an idea of what the Feds are doing and what's trending. So,
News just came in to my cell phone. I'm on Instagram while we're speaking. Italy suspends all mortgage and bill payments until further notice.
Oh, no way. I did not even see that.
If you are in Italy right now, you are not paying bills. Do not worry about going back to work. Do not have that extra stress. The Italian government just suspended all mortgage and all bill payments.
Wait a second.
Right,
where'd you see that? I got to look that up.
It just came through on the social media. So for people, watching and listening in right now, if that happens in America, because I saw Donald Trump recently just said he is ready to use all legislative power to show the strength of our country with this coronavirus. Is that something that's possible here in America, that all mortgage payments might be suspended if this virus takes over the country?
Absolutely, 100%. He can do that plus more, and I think that's an option on the table. I mean, you saw what Obama did back during the mortgage crisis after 2008.
Please refresh our memory if you don't remember.
I think you were 15, so you might not remember back then. But Obama pulled out all the tricks, everything that he possibly could do to keep the market going up or to help the market recover from the crash.
Gave an $8,000 tax credit to everybody.
Right. Thanks, Joe, for that insight. We're going to introduce Joe later in a minute, as a matter of fact. But he did a lot of things. Not only that, I remember he did. I think he allowed tenants to stay in their properties when the owners were not making their mortgage payments. I can't remember what else. No, Obama Tenant Protection Act. That's what it was. And there was a whole slew of other things that he implemented and exercised his executive orders on. But I wouldn't see. I mean, do you have any thoughts of why he would not do that?
Not that he would not. It's just, in my young life, I haven't been able to experience all the ups and downs that come with, world events that would make our business or our country collapse like that. It's kind of scary to think about, but
Right. I think that with that, it's good to know that you have that available and that he's on our side and that he's really worried about this. That's really important. But at the same time, none of us know how this is going to play out. Like I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I was saying, okay, what are the possibilities that could play out? What are the three biggest possibilities that could play out? Could the summertime come and then the virus dies down and then it's no more of a threat anymore and no one talks about it anymore? Could it evolve into some kind of monster virus and mutate and kill half the population of the world? Or could it, could someone find a vaccine for it and then, make a bunch of money? There's a bunch of things that could happen, but I'm curious to know what are the three most likely outcomes that could possibly happen.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to find that out sooner or later, right? It's gonna be coming. That solution will be presenting itself eventually. So now let's switch gears, man. We got the people watching right now about the coronavirus, yes, but let's take this time to really talk about who we are, what we're doing, what our goals are with this podcast. We're going to be doing this every week, right?
We're going to be doing this every week as much as we can, but I know that and you guys, I want everyone to see and experience this, the growth of the podcast. It's going to evolve. It's going to mutate just like a virus, but in a good way. And it's going to get followers, get a lot of attention. And you're going to see this especially with our marketing director, Daniel, and all of our efforts. So what we do is we're a real estate office. That's not only a technology-based real estate office, but we are a marketing-based real estate office. And a lot of people don't get that with their offices or their brokerages right now. And we offer everything from A to Z when it comes to marketing.
Full service brokerage.
Full service. And needless to say, we're 100% brokerage. I'd like to say transactional-based brokerage. And that means that you keep all of your money. And you pay a flat fee to us, pretty much for the platform that we provide and for the support and everything, which is the way that real estate should be.
Absolutely. And people are shaking in their boots right now, not really knowing what to do, where to go, especially with these, older brokerage models that are really trying to capitalize on the fact that, they are a big name and big brand, but that just doesn't seem to be working anymore. Trends are definitely shifting to personal branding, to agents being their own boss, and I think that we are very well ahead of the curve when it comes to that right there.
I agree 100%.
625 agents. Let's not make sure we tell our listeners that's a big number.
625? 632.
Oh, excuse me.
Get your numbers straight, man.
Yeah, excuse me. That's awesome. So what's next? We're going to keep growing. The podcast will grow. Our content will grow. I actually had a marketing training earlier this morning where one of the agents came in here in West Palm Beach, Florida, and said, I have not seen any other brokerage putting out as much content than what London Foster is doing right now. We're literally dropping.
If I had a soundboard, I'd hit the applause button.
And we're gonna keep
which we'll have one pretty soon.
We're gonna keep putting that pressure on them, all year. We're thinking 2021. We're not stuck in 2020 with the rest of the boys. We're going to New York City, baby.
That's right. We are already licensed in New York. Already have about quite a few agents out there actually, and we're located in White Plains. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Northeast. But we're going to be growing out there very big. We're putting a big marketing effort out there. We had a soft launch, so just wait for the official launch, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing.
Now, as we're gearing up for New York City, and other surprises and other things we have going up our sleeve, let's refocus here and let's talk South Florida for a moment. I mean, you've been here for how long in South Florida?
I've been here in South Florida for a little over 15 years.
15 years in South Florida, 20 plus years in real estate. What do you see is next? You've been around, you've seen trends go, you've seen ups, you've seen downs. You've been in the mortgage side of things, you've been in the real estate side of things, the commercial side of things. What does the future look like for South Floridians, and where should they put their money?
That's easy. And I don't want to sound too cliche-ish, but real estate is always a great asset to put your money in. But at the same time, what's trending right now in South Florida, what's becoming bigger and a bigger opportunity that a lot of investors and just private investors are seeing right now is the commercial side of it. A lot of people were buying single-family residences when the market was going up, riding the short sale wave up, riding the recovery wave up. But once you recover, and those gains that you were making start plateauing. Now people are looking for the next thing. Then what's how can they make the most of their money? And that right now is commercial real estate in Florida. A lot of businesses are coming down to South Florida. South Florida, not only because of the beautiful weather, but it is also an amazing area to be able to grow your business, because a lot of industries have not taken advantage of being here. And also the tax benefits. And they're starting to realize that. So a lot of people have already jumped in and bought a lot of land in the commercial districts and in different areas. And they're just sitting on it because the speculative value is so good for that. They're just waiting for it to pop, and it's going to pop very soon. And that's one of the biggest trends, I think, right now in South Florida.
Commercial real estate.
Yeah.
Speaking of commercial real estate, brand new news. We have a new commercial director.
Yes.
Jacob Sorier. Sorier, excuse me. I'm mispronouncing his name. Big deal, this guy, right?
Yes. Jacob is an amazing commercial only broker. The guy knows everything from A to Z. I mean, the guy can school me, and I thought I knew a lot about commercial real estate. So he could definitely kick my ass in real estate and commercial real estate any day.
And he's been in a couple big time publications, The Real Deal.
Yeah, Real Deal, Inman, multiple times, not just one time. The guy's not a one hit wonder. As a matter of fact, the guy don't even like Resi. So he's like, he doesn't even want to be associated with Resi.
I had the opportunity of going with Jacob to a couple of his commercial deals that he closed back in 2019. And we shot some awesome content and videos we're going to be releasing soon on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram, and other social media platforms. The guy has it together, man. He knows his stuff. He has his knowledge, and he has the confidence. Where do you want him to take the commercial division of London Foster? When you think London Foster commercial, you think Jacob. What fit does he play? What part does he play? And where do you think he can take this thing?
Well, after meeting him for the first time last year and getting to know him and having multiple meetings with him and going over the plan and the goals for London Foster Commercial, he has so much that he can offer, and we're so excited to have him with us. Not only because that he's very well known in the commercial industry, commercial real estate business here in South Florida, but also he brings a different angle to the way commercial real estate is being done, and that's what we like. We like things here at London Foster. We have a lot of people that want to come aboard. They see that we are the fastest growing real estate office in South Florida, and we don't just hire anyone. We're not like that, and that's one of the things that is a big mistake here in South Florida. You have a lot of these companies that do that, and they don't really get their things in order. But with him, man, this guy's quality. This guy, he has a team. He's professional. We're very proud to have him with our team, and he's going to offer so much talent, so much opportunity that we're partnering together and putting a lot of different products out there. So you'll see in the coming weeks and months the development of the commercial division. As a matter of fact, it's not a division anymore. It's its own company. We've actually separated London Foster Commercial from London Foster. So it's LFCR, London Foster Commercial Real Estate.
Well, that sounds like some awesome, exciting news. And, we're just going to keep the ball rolling. That's not the only project that we have that we're unveiling this quarter. On top of just hitting 632 agents. Excuse me, Bobby. I got those numbers correct. And also not including the fact that we have the new commercial division of London Foster. But then we have mentorship program, brand new mentorship program as well. We're offering all types of service and products.
That's why we're a platform. And we're a platform that offers, we focus on real estate, but everything in real estate.
And these mentorship programs, they cover the entire South Florida region. So it doesn't matter if you're in the Palm Beach area, if you're in the Broward County area, or in the Dade County area. We have dedicated real estate mentors that can hold your hand through A to Z, through the whole real estate process, help you with prospecting, help you with lead generation, help you with closing deals, help you with contracts. what doesn't London Foster offer?
Right, right. Man, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I just got to say this, that the Dow plunges 10%. 10%. It's the worst day since the 1980s.
Today?
Today,
Is the worst
day since the 1987 market crash. Now, I was going back. I was like, okay, I remember in 2008, I remember exactly where I was. I was in my car parking, and I saw my phone, and it said the Dow just plunged 777 points. You can look it up and see exactly what day it was. I remember I was at the I was parking in Coral Gables, I think, at the mall over there, and that was the worst. Okay, now the Dow dropped 2,000 points in one day. That's not only worse than that. That's the worst. That's even worse than 1987. By the way, 1987. For those of you who remember,
or who
not including Daniel, that's known as Black Monday. That was the day in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street when Jordan Belfort first got into he just joined this big brokerage firm, and then he was working there for like a week, and then on Monday, that's when the stock market crashed, and the company that he was with, it's in the movie too, went out of business. It was like a company that was in business for over 100 years went out of business, and everyone got laid off.
Now, what really gets me excited when I hear you talk about that is I'm reading The Art of War right now. In times of crisis is great opportunity. So even though Jordan Belfort in that movie lost the job goes under, right? Wall Street tanks. He has to take a job doing penny stocks.
Yeah, you remember, yeah.
I've seen the movie a couple times. And then that's where he really blew up. That was the beginning of his ascension.
Exactly. You hit the nail on
even though right now you're telling me that all this crisis is really coming, are you licking your chops at possible opportunities that don't want to go on when there's blood in the streets? Buy real estate, right?
That's true. When everyone's selling, that's when you got to start to consider buying. Maybe you should consider buying. When everyone's buying, that's when you should start consider selling.
Warren Buffett, I believe, said that too.
Right. So, and this is the funny thing is that a lot of people say this. No offense, but young people say this, and I keep calling you a youngin. But they, when you go through it, it's different than when you hear it from someone.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, I remember the opportunity that I had to buy Citibank stock for less than $1. Okay, Bank of America stock, Fannie Mae stock, and Fannie Mae was the worst stock because it was being taken over by the government. It was being bought, and they had to regulate it. Everyone was like, "Oh no, forget it. They're gonna go out of business." Myself, I was like, "You got to be kidding me! If I can buy Fannie Mae stock at 77 cents or 78 cents, which I remember it on the ticker, 78, 79 cents." I'm like, that's insane. I wanted to take out some money and do that, but I just didn't have the time. I was, we were flipping properties at the time, starting the real estate office. And I see that stock up over $50, some of them over $150. And it's insane the amount of money these people made. I know Carlos Slim took like $1 billion, put it in the market. So when that's the opportunity that they're talking about. And that's why, you got to get your life straight. You got to get your shit straight, because if you don't, you will lose this opportunity.
Oh man, and that's the worst thing is when you see the opportunity, you know it's there, right? But then you can't even capitalize on it because you didn't take the proper steps necessary to make sure that you were on that, being able to play ball.
Yeah.
For instance, you don't got your bat, you don't got your glove, you don't got your cleats. You're not gonna play ball. Come prepared. Be ready, so when these things do happen, you can strike, and you can strike effectively.
Right, exactly. So it's the worst day since 1987 market crash. I think it's actually even more worse than that. But the great thing about this is that it's not a real estate related bear market. It's not a real estate related market crash, so to speak. It's more of a market adjustment. If it was a market crash, it would drop down to close to 10,000. I think it's more of a market adjustment. I don't even think that it's what is it? Where did it? It was just hit after 4:00 right now. 21,000. Okay, you ended the day today at 21,200. You got a lot more to go for an adjustment, I actually think. So it's actually not that bad, but it's the worst drop. So that actually says something right there. You have to understand this, what I mean. The market was over 25,000, 26,000, the Dow Jones, okay? It's at 21,200 now. If it drops that far, and you have the president saying something, you have it in the news and the headlines, but it's if no one's really going nuts about it, so to speak. I mean, like much more than they are now, then it's not. It shows you that the market was overinflated. Kind of like this. If you had, like an example, if the market was at 50,000 and it dropped 20,000, you're like, wow, 20,000. It never dropped that much, but it's because it was never supposed to be at not even the high in the first place. It wasn't even supposed to be 40,000. It wasn't even supposed to be 30,000. So it shows that the stock market was overinflated and had to be adjusted. And this is what people look for. This is what long-term investors look for. When's the time to get out? And the coronavirus was the sign.
And then what is it going to take for them to jump back in?
That's the perfect question. Well, I mean, honestly, man, my profession is in real estate, but I do have some money in the market, and I do dabble in the stock market. But I think the best time to get in is when the stocks start to creep up a little bit over time. So not an adjustment up, but if you can't wait and you want to try to take advantage of the opportunity, I would maybe practice some day trading, get in when the market's going up, and then get right back out. Buy something, then take it out, because you don't know. It could be what is thought to be a rally. It could be a bear market rally, which means that it's going down, but it has it goes up for a day, but then continues to go down. The grid. I mean the chart. So it's not a straight line all the way down. Right. It's a squiggly line. It goes up and down, but it's always on a down slope. Yeah. Man, I forgot to silence my phone.
Here's a message from our sponsors. Let's give this one moment.
Yeah.
So stock market's going down. Coronavirus is spreading like wildfire. People are screaming and panicking. Toilet paper is pulled from the shelves.
Yo, that's true. My wife was in Costco today.
Yeah. No. It's all gone. Water, toilet paper is all gone. But South Florida real estate is still here. And people are still coming to South Florida.
That's right.
And they're not going to stop coming to South Florida. In this market right now, in this time, people are what? What are the people looking at? What do they want? Do they want pure investment property? Are they still looking at the single family? Are they still, are they looking at condos that they can rent out on Airbnb? Where is the best place to put your money if you were going to put some extra money in the South Florida real estate market? With your expertise, where would you place your next investment?
In the stock market?
No, real estate.
That's
in
your
the
specialty,
real estate, So that's where your knowledge base is from. With everything going on, where should they hold off right now and not put their money down on anything? Should they check to see what's going on, or is the market still hot? William McLean, one of our top producers, $1 Million Guild member, he just released a video today showing the 2020 market evaluation here in South Florida, and he's telling us that it's still hot. He's saying that it's still good.
Oh, of course, I agree. 100% it's still hot. I think that because it's not a real estate related stock market crash or adjustment, that means that people are what are people going to do with the money that they're taking out? The way the stock market goes down is when people take their money out of a stock and buy another one, or they take their money out of a stock. That's when that's what makes the numbers of the indexes, the Dow Jones, the S&P, the NASDAQ, that's what makes them adjust. So what are they doing with their money? They're going to put it in real estate. I just saw even Grant Cardone put advertisements out. He knows what he knows exactly what he's doing. He's taking advantage of this opportunity and saying, make the safe choice, invest in Cardone Capital. That's what he's saying in his ads. He knows exactly why, because people are getting scared, because people want to take their money out of the stock, out of the market, and put it into real estate. And he has a real estate related fund. Not that I'm endorsing it, but I'm just saying that that's what people are doing. That's what all the other people are doing out there that want to take advantage of this, and use it to be able to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that. These are knowledgeable people that have been, that know about investing, that know about the psychology of investing, that know about the psychology of investors. They're taking advantage of that, and that's what everyone does. I mean, no one knows how this is going to play out, But let's prepare in case it does pan out for the better, Right. What's that saying that says, plan like you're going to live forever, but live like you're going to die tomorrow? So you got to plan like the coronavirus is not going to, really be a serious pandemic, which I don't think it is. I don't think it will be. But I think that, it's an opportunity and people should take advantage of it.
Now, from someone who doesn't own any real estate myself, right? Or not yet. Always interested in, you hear people talk, buy real estate, buy a home, flip a property, do this, do that. But I feel like a lot of people don't even know how or what they need to get started. Especially with these younger millennials coming in, all we really know is work and, social media. We don't really understand the process that it takes to even own a home, buy a property, flip a property, things like that. Real quickly, briefly, what advice do you give to the first-time investor, first-time home buyer, first-time house flipper, someone who's interested in participating in real estate but just doesn't even know what to do? Is there someone that they should talk to? Is there a place that they should go? How does someone who doesn't know anything get started?
They should talk to londonfoster.com. They should go to londonfoster.com and speak to one of our agents.
Absolutely.
That's the we have. I can tell you this from being in real estate myself for over 22 years. You have a lot of people out there, a lot of companies out there that are geared to just having a revolving door. Agents coming in, agents going out. The majority of their efforts are put on recruiting. Now, don't get me wrong, we have a recruiting department, but our marketing department, our education department, our sales department is 10 times bigger than our recruiting department. So these other companies are just based on that. I mean, EXP is one of them. I'm sorry to say, but the P in EXP stands for pyramid. Everyone is just joining them just because of the promise that they're going to make a whole bunch of residual money off of other people producing. But we're not like that. So, we are heavily invested in educating our agents and creating support for our agents and creating the environment, the accessibility, the tools, and everything necessary to make the customer's experience amazing from A to Z, from beginning to end. Because there's a lot of moving parts in buying a piece of property. There's a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different neighborhoods. There's so many different things that happen in a real estate transaction, and you want to be with a company that's not only trusted, but that has educated, experienced realtors and brokers associates a part of their team, and that's what we provide. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen the big companies out there that just, it's just a recruiting company. That's all it is. It's a name and a recruiting company. So that's why we provide much more service and much more value to the customer, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree.
One of the other things that's important is when you're dealing with a company in Miami, you have to be with a company that you trust. You have to be with a company that has a reputation. We have one of the most stellar reputations online. You could just check us out, LondonFoster.com.
Yeah.
All of our locations.
All of our locations have, 10 plus reviews, all 5 stars. We have a really, low turnover as well when it comes to some of our agents. They come here and they stick around. They want to be a part of the family. They want to be a part of this company.
Absolutely.
They see where we're going, and they get excited. Bi-weekly trainings, just want to give a quick plug. Something that we do here at London Foster. Every 2 weeks, we're doing new trainings at one of our locations as well here in West Palm Beach. We do events once a quarter. We always hold a large training event or a large gathering event of some sort. We do company parties. We're doing a lot of things that...
You got to just check out our Facebook page.
Yeah, just go to our Facebook page. We're doing so many things. I don't even see the and the shushabies or any of those people really putting out the effort that we're doing, and we're excited to do it. We're happy to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Take a look at our Facebook page, our IG page.
Yeah.
You see what we're doing. You'll see what we're about. You see what separates us from the competition out there.
And I think one of the things that really just separates us from the jump is caring.
Right.
Our whole thing here at London Foster is about empowering agents, right? Giving them the tools necessary to become successful in their business.
That's our tagline, by the way.
Yep.
Empowered agents.
Yep. Little ching.
Don't try to get it.
Chime in.
It's taken.
Yeah.
Empowered agents, empowered associates. Why? Because we empower you. That's
how do
it
we
works.
empower you? We empower you by providing a full service brokerage experience.
Yep, but that's not it. It's also the environment, like you said, the caring environment.
Right.
That plays a big part. Like if when you join us, you'll be a part of for an example, what's one of the things we offer? A WhatsApp group. Yep. WhatsApp group with over 300 active agents. Yep. Over 300 active agents on our WhatsApp group that are offering. Now we have 600 plus. We have 632 agents, but these are the ones that choose to be on the WhatsApp group that are,
because they want to actively participate.
Right, they want to actively participate.
Real estate.
So about half of our agents want to offer their knowledge and support to help you in any kind of situation you have. Whether it's, okay, I have this this buyer that is telling me something that I don't know if it's legal or not, and of course, that's you need to seek an attorney. But these are people that can help. Well, tell you about their experience. Oh, I had a similar situation, or a question about a contract, about page 2 of a contract. Oh yeah, in that section, these are people that are actively, right there that can help. And I tell people this. I mean, I can tell you I know more than the average bear out there when it comes to real estate. Like Yogi Bear. You're not too old to know about Yogi Bear, are you?
I'm too young for.
You don't know Yogi Bear?
I didn't play with Yogi
man.
Bear. I played with WWF wrestlers.
Seriously, young. But that's why he's our marketing director, because the young ones know what they're doing. But I don't know everything. I do know a lot. But we have many different resources for support. We have a WhatsApp group. We have our office managers. We have me, the broker. We have our attorneys. So no matter which way you turn, you're always going to have someone that's there for you, and that's going to really be there and try to help you, because we all care about our team. We're all part of the same team.
Do we have anything coming up? Anything that we can invite people to? I know every single week we do a 101 training, and those are packed. I mean, we're getting 6, 7, 8 people coming every single day to a different office location, trying to figure out how the heck can I make 100% commission? Where can I go to get real value? Where can I go to get some support in this real estate game?
Tell me about it.
And I mean, we have 6 office locations right now in South Florida. And
no, we have 5.
Oh,
one in New York.
Yeah, I keep counting New York City because that's not in Florida. But we have Hialeah, Weston, Kendall, Miami Beach, and now West Palm. And every single week we're having people coming in left and right asking us this one question: how can I make it in South Florida real estate?
Big ups to West Palm Beach. I love it here, man. I really enjoy coming here. West Palm Beach is amazing.
Shout out to the Brightline for making that trip real easy for us.
Yes. That's such an amazing. I love that. I'll take it here any day. I'll take that trip. Me and my wife sometimes take it on the weekends just to enjoy the shopping here. Tell the people where we're located here
in City
Rosemary
Place
Square.
at the Rosemary Square, City Place, West Palm Beach downtown area. If you have not,
just the environment, man.
Just breathe easier over here. Seems like the air is cleaner.
Life is easier. Oh, and I just heard that there's no coronavirus here either.
Oh, not yet. No. Also, just saw here on social media they're saying the early stages of the virus can be killed by the sunlight.
And we got a lot of sunlight here.
We got a lot of sunlight here. So if you got the coronavirus, come on down to Florida. We're curing you up with that good Florida sun. Is there anything else we need to tell the people for the very first podcast of our over so growing company, London Foster Realty?
I think that there's a lot of things I can go over. I don't want to I don't want to take all the time here, but I really want to make an impact in this real estate market here. This is one of my goals, is to change the old style ways of doing real estate. And what I mean by that is that there's so many things disrupting different industries. There's so many different people that are getting into opportunities that they're leveraging technology, and there's so many different companies out there. Some of them are gimmicks, and some of them have some value, but this company is poised in the situation where we have the technology even better than companies like Compass and companies like that claim that they have other technology out there, and we use that technology to automate a lot of the processes. I mean, there's nothing that this is a totally transparent company. We put a lot into creating our back office, which is proprietary, by the way. It's not a third-party company. Our back office is totally proprietary. Right. In-house, we created it with our coders, with our programmers. You know it. You've seen it grow over the years. It's something that we created specifically for the way we run our business. It's not a third-party company that that most of the people have that doesn't really work, or it does work on some parts, but other parts it doesn't really work. Like, for example, if there's something that we need to if there's a change in real estate and says that, I'm giving you an example, you have to have a disclosure signed by your buyer every time you just talk to them, even before a contract, which actually that was a rule that wasn't in place previously, but they took it away. We could put that in place on our back office and have that implemented so that you can have that done on your phone in an instant, as opposed to, okay, this is something that is a new rule.
I'm going to print out this paper.
Right.
And let me go to the printer and grab it.
Right, exactly.
And, do you have a pen?
Or waiting for the third-party software to make the adjustments to come out with it.
Or, hey, can you meet me here? You need to just sign this paper,
Exactly.
please.
Exactly. So these are the things, that was just an example, that is one of the benefits of our technology as opposed to the other company's technology. As a matter of fact, I have inside information that I know that Compass just bought a third-party back office software. So I don't know them too much. I'm not ragging on them. I'm just saying that they claim to be a technology company. But what we're doing is we provide the platform so that you, the agent, can run your business, because it's your business. It's our company. It's your business. We're going to make sure that you run it right. We're going to make sure that you have all the resources that you need, including the support and our marketing efforts. Absolutely. With Mr. Daniel Black. And that's what one of the things that separates us from everyone else. But the most important part is understanding what I mean by platform. If you have that mentality, then you'll realize what we're about, and you'll appreciate it.
Well, I'm super excited to be here. I'm very excited about doing this very first episode of the podcast. I mean, at least once a week we'll be up here doing this podcast on Thursdays. Every single Thursday we're at our West Palm Beach location. Some things to be looking forward to with this podcast. We're not going to just be talking up here every single day. We're going to be having interviews. We're going to be bringing in fresh voices.
Yes, we're going to be booking some really, really interesting people here.
We're going to be having our top producers come in and talk to us a little bit about what makes them a top producer, how to become a top producer, the struggles that they went through with real estate. We're going to be doing a lot with this thing. This isn't just going to be some, in the wind come and go every once in a while. We really want to establish ourselves with this and put our foot down and let people know that this is what we're doing. This is what we're about, you know. And I'm really super excited to do this. I'm really happy that you could make it up here to the West Palm Beach location tonight. You know, other than that, you know, check the website, londonfoster.com, if you want more information. If you're ready to join us and you're ready to make 100% commission while getting all the marketing support and help that you need in your business, visit joinlondonfoster.com right now. You can go and sign up. It's only $199 to get involved with our business and get involved with our company. Once you're in, you're in. No other fees, no other charges, no other secret.
And you have access to all of our resources, including our marketing,
including the back office, which you can't show you here or talk too much about. Secret. But it is preparatory, like he was saying, and we should maybe think about bottling it up and selling it ourselves.
I actually thought about that. But, you know, I had to focus. I had to stay focused. I can't, you know, kind of put too much on my plate, though.
We don't want to. Shout out to Jacob. He's such a man of few chosen words, but we're not whoring ourselves out, he would say. We're not making this available to everybody. We don't want this to be available to everybody. We want this to be available for London Foster Realty, because
it's a different mentality.
We are making the change. We're making the switch when it comes to how business gets done.
That's right. And big ups to Kevin Tolliver Lyons. I want to say much respect. He actually inspired me to start this along with Daniel to start the podcast, and we're gonna make this thing. We have our total commitment to make this thing blow up and see how marketing efforts and our marketing efforts is gonna make this thing happen, and our commitment.
Once this podcast goes live, please, if you got anything from it, if you enjoyed it, if you're a London Foster agent, share it, like it, comment. If there's any questions you want us to address, please let us know in the descriptions below. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know what you want to know. Let us know, you know, what you need to become successful. And we're definitely going to touch on all those topics and much more. Anything we need to leave them with, Bobby?
Yeah, that's our maybe next week I'll introduce some of the stocks that I purchased, or maybe some of the ones that I sold. Okay. I don't know which one. Yeah. But
a little insider information.
Yeah, no, I got some pharmacy stocks. Not much, I'm gonna say, but you know, I'm actually got my eye on what you were talking about. When is a good time to buy? So I got my eye on some stocks. Everyone's already talking about it now. But I also need to figure out when I'm going to buy some face masks, man.
Or toilet paper. Where are you going to buy some of that?
I think I got to worry about that first.
Well, till next week, next Thursday, we'll have episode 2.
And we're going to keep this thing going, man.
Oh, yeah. It's great, isn't it?
This is awesome.
First
I love
podcast.
It's relaxing, man. This is what I need. Natural. This is therapy.
This is natural. You're born for this.
Yeah, man. I love it.
So what? 52 weeks in a year. We're already a couple months in, so we should be having at least 30-something podcasts by the end of the year.
Yeah. And maybe I love West Palm Beach. This is West Palm Beach. But we're definitely going to kick off a couple of them in the Miami Beach office.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're going to be talking
about
everyone. Join
how we do it on the beach.
LondonFoster.com. Join LondonFoster.com. LondonFoster.com. We can't say it enough. Get it into your heads.
That's people. How it is. You got to see it. Check us out. See what we're all about. And you know, we're always here. We're transparent. And we have everything that you could possibly think of. And where you have access to me, you can give me a call directly. My number and my information will be put here on the screen as well. So give us a call and see what we're all about. And next couple of episodes, we're going to have the opportunity to be able to call in. I think that we were talking about that before, as far absolutely. As increasing the connections with the people that are going to be listening to us.
Shout out to Grisel, shout out to Harry, Ali, Gava Bar, Tommy Gunez, Anna Malzone, Liliana Wood, Guillermo Valverde, and Sherry for tuning in our Facebook Live, watching the entire podcast, episode 1. We appreciate you folks. We love you guys. And Sherry just joined in just now. Sherry, good to see you. We are finishing up episode 1 right now. Until next week.
See you guys later.
We need a tagline. We need something at the end of this thing to always close. Something.
Smell you later.
Smell you later.
No, that was Will Smith.
We're gonna figure that out.
We'll think about it. We'll have it next time.
We're gonna have the tagline by next week. Other than that, Thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.
And if you enjoyed the podcast, please comment, like, and share down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Every week we'll be having new discussions, new conversations, and new interviews.